Hola, buenos días, Jesse and Student You. Bienvenidos a I Live English. El día de hoy trabajaremos nuevamente con comparativos y superlativos, pero en esta ocasión también veremos algunas palabras nuevas que expresan una consecuencia lógica, como son consequently, so, therefore, thus. Esas palabras nos ayudan a conectar ideas de manera lógica y a expresar una mejor consecuencia o un mejor resultado. Perdón, todo lo iremos viendo paso a paso, así que no se preocupen, verán que es más fácil de lo que parece y pues entonces comenzamos, Jesse and Student You. ¿Ok?
Consequently,
Ok. Consequently. Consequently is in consequence or consecuentemente in Spanish, consecuentemente. So, Jesse, what is in consequence?
Consequently,
Student you, what is in consequence? Good. Now let's practice. Let's practice with faster versus slower. Example, which are faster, lions or cheetahs? Answer, cheetahs are faster. Cheetahs are faster than lions. And what is the consequence? Lions are slower than cheetahs, okay? But let's practice with a good conclusion. A good conclusion is cheetahs are faster. Consequently, lions are slower. Okay? One more time. Cheetahs are faster. Consequently, lions are slower. There are two options, okay? Option number one, cheetahs are faster, consequently, lions are slower. Very good option. Second option, cheetahs are faster than lions, consequently, lions are slower than cheetahs. Yes. My recommendation, Jesse and student you, is number one, cheetahs are faster, consequently, lions are slower. Simple. So, Jesse, which are faster, lions or cheetahs?
cheetahs are faster than lions. So, in conclusion, cheetahs are faster, consequently, lions are slower.
Please repeat the idea.
Yes, sure. Cheetahs are faster, consequently, lions are slower.
Okay, good. And student you, which are faster, lions or cheetahs? Okay, excellent. Next. And here we go. The next is for you, Jesse. Let's practice with cheaper versus more expensive. The question is, which is cheaper? A chewing gum or a lollipop?
Chewing gum is cheaper. Consequently, lollipop is more expensive.
Okay, next. Student you. Question for you. And let's practice with bigger versus smaller. Bigger versus smaller. Example, which is bigger? A whale or a shark? Good. Jesse, let's practice now smaller with the smaller versus bigger. Smaller versus bigger. So, question. Which is smaller, an ant or a ladybug?
An ant is smaller than a ladybug. So, an ant is smaller. Consequently, ladybug is bigger.
Okay. Yes. Next. Student you. Let's practice with riskier versus safer. Now the question is, riskier versus safer, sorry. And just remember that riskier is más riesgoso, okay? So the question is, which is riskier, skydiving or scuba diving? Scuba diving or skydiving? Good. Next, Jesse. Now let's practice with the word less. Less, yes, less. Let's practice with the word less. Example, Jesse and student you. Let's practice with funnier versus less funny. Example, who is funnier, Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler? Answer, Jim Carrey is funnier. Consequently, Adam Sandler is less funny. One more time. Jim Carrey is funnier. Consequently, Adam Sandler is less funny. Okay? Now, Jesse, question for you. Which is, now let's practice with tastier versus less tasty. Okay, Jesse? Which is tastier, horchata or Jamaica water? Horchata water.
Horchata water is tastier. Consequently, Jamaican water is less tasty.
Okay, good, excellent. Next, student you. Let's practice with shinier versus less shiny. Example, which is shinier, the sun or the moon? Okay, excellent. Next, Jesse, let's practice with crunchier versus less crunchy. Question, which is crunchier, tostadas or chips?
Tostadas are crunchier. Consequently, chips are less crunchy.
Okay. Next, student you. Let's practice with scarier versus less scary. Scarier versus less scary. Now the question is, which is scarier, Chucky or Scream? Good. Yeah, finished. Now let's practice. And yeah, but before this, Jesse, what is the connector similar to inconsequence?
Consequently,
Excellent. And student you, one more time. What is the connector similar to in consequence? Excellent. Now,
So,
let's practice with
so,
so. So, Jesse and student you is a synonym of consequently. A synonym of consequently is so. Jesse, what is a synonym of consequently?
So,
Student you, what is a synonym of consequently or in consequence? Good, excellent. Perfect, good pronunciation. So, oh, right, so next. And here. Now let's practice with superlatives. Superlatives, okay? Let's practice with the fastest versus the slowest. The fastest versus the slowest. Example, which is the fastest animal? Which is the fastest animal? The lion, the cheetah, or the horse? And answer, the cheetah is the fastest or the fastest one. And in consequence, the lion is the slowest. Okay? The lion is the slowest. Now let's practice. Which is the fastest animal? The lion, the horse, or the cheetah? And the cheetah is the fastest animal. So the lion is the slowest. So Jesse, one more time, question for you. Which is the fastest animal?
okay. So, the cheetah is the fastest animal. So, conclusion, the cheetah is the fastest animal, so the lion is the slowest.
Excellent. Student you, which is the fastest animal, the lion, the horse, or the cheetah? Good. Oh yeah, perfect. Now, Jesse and student you, good. Yeah. The cheetah, well, the cheetah is the fastest animal. So the lion is the slowest or the slowest one. Two different options, okay? Two different options. The lion is the slowest or the lion is the slowest one. Next, Jesse. This is for you. Let's practice, Jesse, with the strongest versus the weakest. The strongest versus the weakest. Question, Jesse. Which is the strongest superhero? Yeah, which is the strongest Marvel superhero?
The strongest superhero is Hulk. So, Thor is the weakest.
Perfect. Yeah, Thor is the weakest or Thor is the weakest one. Perfect. Perfect. Now, student you. The question is, which, oh yeah, let's practice with the biggest versus the smallest. Question, which is the biggest aquatic, yes, aquatic animal? Which is the biggest aquatic animal? Yes, the whale, the shark, or the dolphin? Excellent. Next. So you can say the smallest one. Perfect. Excellent. Next. Jesse, let's practice now with the smallest versus the biggest. Okay?
Yes.
Now, check. Which is the smallest insect? Which
An
is
ant
okay?
is the smallest. So, praying mantis is the biggest one.
Okay, good. Next. The next one. The next one is this for student you. Let's practice with the cheapest versus the most expensive. Question. Which is the cheapest candy? Which is the cheapest candy? Chewing gum, a lollipop, or gummies? Okay, excellent. Perfect. Yes, the most expensive is correct, or the most expensive one. Perfect. Excellent. Next, Jesse. The question, oh yeah, this one is the riskiest versus the safest. Okay. So the question is, which is the riskiest activity? Which is the
Yes.
riskiest activity? Scuba diving, skydiving, or surfing?
Skydiving is the riskiest activity. So, surfing is the safest.
Perfect. Next, student you. Now let's practice with less, okay? The tastiest versus the least tasty. One more time, the tastiest versus the least tasty. And the question is, which is the tastiest drink? Horchata, Jamaica, or tamarind water? Tamarind water, right? Or tamarind, Jamaica, or horchata? Tamarind. Excellent. Perfect. The least tasty is correct, or the least tasty one. Perfect. The next one. The next one is for you, Jesse. The question is, oh no, sorry, the what? Well, this is the shiniest versus the least shiny. Okay. Now
Yes.
the question is, which is the shiniest celestial object? Which is the shiniest celestial object?
The
The
sun
sun, the
is the
moon, or a star?
shiniest celestial. What?
No, so continue. The sun.
The sun is the shiniest celestial object. So, a star is the least shiny.
Excellent. And the least shiny is correct. Perfect, Jesse. Or the least shiny one, right? Yeah, good. Next, student you. Let's practice with the crunchiest versus the least crunchy. Now the question is, which is the crunchiest food? Tostadas, chips, or nachos? Excellent. Good. The least crunchy is correct. The least crunchy one is correct. Okay. The next one. Jesse. Now let's practice with the scariest versus the least scary. Jesse,
Yes.
which is the scariest movie? Chucky, Scream, or Halloween?
The scariest movie is Halloween, so Chucky is the least scary one.
Good, excellent. The least scary is correct. The least scary one is correct too. Next. Now, let's, oh yeah. In conclusion, uh, inconsequence, yes, what is a synonym for inconsequence, Jessie?
So,
Excellent. And student you, what is a synonym of consequently or inconsequence? Good, excellent. So, perfect. So is very, very common. But let's practice with vocabulary number 3.
Therefore.
Therefore. Therefore is a synonym of inconsequence, in conclusion, consequently, or so. So, consequently, in consequence, in conclusion, and therefore are synonyms. Okay? Jesse, what is a synonym of in consequence, in conclusion, consequently, and so?
therefore,
Perfect. Therefore is a synonym. Perfect. Now, student you, what is a synonym of in conclusion, in consequence, consequently, and so? Good. Excellent. Next. Now, let's practice with this. Uh, uh, um, yeah. Well, question. Which are more interesting? Which are more interesting? Books or movies? Answer. Books are more interesting. Therefore, movies are less interesting. One more time. Which are more interesting? Movies or books? Answer. Books are more interesting. Therefore, movies are less. Are less interesting. Okay, good. Now, Jesse, let's practice with this.
yes.
Jesse, which are more interesting, books or movies?
Books are more interesting. Therefore, movies are less interesting.
Okay, good, excellent. Perfect. Okay. And student you, personal opinion, which are more interesting, books or movies? Okay, good. Excellent. Next, Jesse, let's practice with more difficult versus less difficult, okay?
Yes.
Now the question is, which is more difficult? Ice skating or roller skating?
Ice skating is more difficult. Therefore, roller skating is less difficult.
Okay. Next. Student you. The question is, let's practice with more obedient versus less obedient. Question. Which are more obedience? Sorry, which are more obedient? Dogs or cats? Next, Jesse. Let's practice with more expensive versus less expensive.
Yes.
Now, the question is, which is more expensive, silver or gold?
Gold is more expensive. Therefore, silver is less expensive.
Okay, good. Next, student you, let's practice with better versus worse. Better, worse versus worse. Student you, which is better? Which is better, Netflix or Amazon Prime? Amazon Video, sorry, Prime Video. Good. Next, Jesse. Yeah, good question for you. Question. Let's practice with better versus worse. Question. Which is better? Which is better for a lady? Flowers or chocolates?
Flowers are better. Better, sorry. Flowers are better. Therefore, chocolates are worse.
Okay, okay. Yes, perfect. Next, student you. Let's practice with farther versus closer. Farther versus closer. Question. Which is farther? Chihuahua, Chihuahua or Campeche from Mexico City? Which is farther from Mexico City? Chihuahua or Campeche? Good. Next, Jesse. Let's practice with older versus younger. The
Okay.
question is, who is older, Barack Obama or Donald Trump? Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Donald Trump is older. Therefore, Barack Obama is younger.
Good. Excellent. Now okay, let's practice with personal ideas. Okay, let's practice with personal ideas. And in these personal ideas, you practice people with this. Give me one moment. Oh yeah, personal ideas. Example. Oh, in personal ideas, let's practice with so. So is very, very common. Okay, so. Example. I'm hungry. What is the consequence? I'm going to a restaurant. I'm going to a restaurant. One more time. I'm hungry. And the consequence, I'm going to a restaurant. Conclusion. I'm hungry. So I'm going to a restaurant. One more time. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So I'm going to a restaurant. Okay? Jesse, let's practice with this. I'm hungry. So I'm going to a restaurant. Please repeat it.
Yes. I'm hungry, so I'm going to a restaurant.
Excellent. Student you, repeat the idea. I'm hungry. So I'm going to a restaurant. Good. Excellent. I'm hungry, so I'm going to a restaurant. Next. Now, what is your personal idea, Jesse? Let's practice with this. Let me help you, okay? One moment.
Yes.
For example, Jesse. Second. Oh, yeah. Jesse, imagine you are bored. What is the consequence?
I'm going to play video games.
Okay, complete the idea. I'm bored.
I'm bored, so I'm going to play video games.
Okay, excellent. Now, student you, next idea. Imagine you are sick. Sick. You are sick. What is the consequence? Good, excellent. Yes, I'm sick, so I'm going to the hospital, to the doctor. Good, excellent. Next, next, next. Jesse, the next. You are thirsty. What is the consequence?
I'm thirsty, so I'm going to drink water.
Excellent. And remember, student you, thirsty is sediento o con sed. Next. The next is for you, student you. Student you, you are energetic. What is the consequence? Good, excellent. Next. Jesse, you are angry. What is the consequence?
I am angry, so I'm going to punch somebody.
You're going to punch somebody. Yes, of course, Jesse, you are aggressive. Next. Student you, imagine, student you, you are happy. You are happy. What is the consequence? Good. Now, Jesse, finish the idea. You are sad. What is the consequence?
Sad. So I'm going to play video games.
Good. Okay. Well, hasta aquí hemos terminado la clase el día de hoy, Jesse and Student You. Espero, bueno, nada más continúen practicando con consequently, in conclusion, so y therefore. Ajá. Pueden practicarlo, de hecho, con casi cualquier idea, nada más que esta vez nos tocó con comparativos y superlativos. Y recuerden, cuando van a sustituir, sí pueden decir la palabra one para ideas singulares o para palabras singulares y once para ideas o palabras plurales. ¿Ok? Entonces, tengan una buena tarde. Nos vemos el día de mañana en la siguiente clase. Cuídense mucho, Jesse and Student You. Bye.